People say that if you want something done well, you should do it yourself. Or at the very least, find someone just like you to do it. Okay, maybe they don't say that last part, but that's often what we do. All thanks to similarity bias. Similarity bias happens when we're drawn towards people who seem familiar or remind us of ourselves. Which is okay if you're casting for the role of twin, but not okay if you need to work with others to accomplish a goal. So why do we think like this? Well, experts tell us it's how we've evolved. Our early ancestors had to learn how to survive, to assess quickly between friend or foe. As generations passed down their culture's survival techniques, they also shared their blind spots. And we're still applying these old in-group and out-group biases to our social networks today. Picture your neighbors, your friends, your closest colleagues. Chances are the people in your inner circle are pretty similar to you. Let's test this idea. Imagine you're at a networking event. You quickly scan the room to see who's there. Which group would you gravitate towards? Would it be this one? Or this one? Or how about this one? Did you instantly recognize the group you'd be most comfortable with? Studies show we often gravitate towards people who we think are similar to us, based on shared social identities. If this dynamic of similarity bias naturally happens at networking events, what might that mean in workplaces? Research has shown that when supervisors rate their subordinates, the more similar the parties are, the higher the rating the supervisor tends to give. Another study showed that interviewers prefer candidates who have similar demographics or attitudes to their own. Similarity bias means you may be unintentionally giving opportunities to others based on something going on in your unconscious mind. Getting past similarity bias is important because it's the right thing to do and it's the smart thing to do. According to a survey by PwC, a majority of directors believe diversity positively impacts their board and company, and many studies have shown that diverse teams perform better. Companies with the highest levels of racial diversity brought in nearly 15 times more sales revenue than those with the lowest levels. And in the S&P 1500, female representation in top management was found to improve performance in firms focused on the strategy of innovation. Bottom line, diversity is good for people, for businesses, and for society. So how can we outsmart our unconscious mind? How can we get past similarity bias to build more inclusive environments? First, you can examine your network. Who's in it? Who's not? Don't unintentionally exclude people who aren't like you. Open the door to your inner circle. Invite others with different experiences and perspectives in. You can learn a lot from them. And encourage ideas. It's one thing to give someone a seat at the table, it's another to give them a voice. You'll be amazed at how your own perspective might change. You know, I see a lot of myself in you, but I think it's time for something different.